In the early 19th century, rural England stood on the precipice of monumental change. Villages like this one, with their thatched cottages and agrarian lifestyle, were about to be transformed by the Industrial Revolution. The first signs were subtle, distant plumes of smoke from early factories, hinting at the mechanization to come. By 1800, only 20% of Britain's population lived in urban areas, but this would soon shift dramatically as industrialization took hold. The first steam-powered loom arrived in the village in 1812, marking a turning point in textile production. This machine, capable of weaving cloth at unprecedented speeds, was both a marvel and a threat. Traditional hand weavers, who had spent years mastering their craft, now faced obsolescence. The loom's clanking gears and hissing steam symbolized progress, but also the erosion of centuries-old livelihoods. By 1813, tensions boiled over as local weavers organized protests against the encroaching machinery. The Luddite movement, named after the mythical figure Ned Ludd, saw workers smashing looms in defiance. Their fear was justified. Studies show that wages for hand weavers dropped by 30% in industrializing areas. Torchlit rallies and broken machinery became symbols of resistance against the dehumanizing pace of progress. Despite protests, the first textile mill was completed in 1815. Its towering brick walls and belching chimneys dominated the skyline, employing over 200 workers, half of them children under 14. The factory system prioritized efficiency. Workers now labored 14-hour shifts under strict supervision. Productivity soared, but at what cost? This marked the irreversible shift from cottage industry to centralized production. Inside the mill, conditions were brutal. The air was thick with cotton dust, causing lifelong lung diseases. Workers, including children as young as 6, operated dangerous machinery without guards. Accidents claiming fingers were commonplace. The average lifespan in industrial Manchester dropped to just 17 years. This was the dark reality behind Britain's workshop of the world reputation. James Whittaker, the engineer who designed the village's first loom, now wandered the factory outskirts in 1818. His invention had increased output tenfold, but the human toll haunted him. Historical records show Whittaker later advocated for child labor laws, writing, "No machine should feed on the bones of the young." His blueprints, once symbols of pride, now felt like contracts with exploitation. In 1820, workers organized one of Britain's first major strikes. Their demands, a 12-hour workday and safety rails on machines, were revolutionary for the time. Police clashed with protesters, but the movement spread. Historical payroll records show that mills conceding to strikes saw productivity rise by 15%, proving humane conditions could coexist with profit. The seeds of labor rights were sown. Disaster struck in 1822 when faulty wiring ignited the mill's cotton stores. With no fire exits and barred windows, 47 workers perished, the youngest only 8. Investigations revealed the owners had ignored safety warnings to cut costs. This tragedy mirrored real events like the 1812 Beverley Woolen Mill fire, forcing Parliament to debate factory regulations for the first time. A village mourned in 1823. Mass graves held victims of the fire while Whittaker's workshop stood abandoned, his blueprints ash. Church records show burials outnumbered births that year. Yet this tragedy became a catalyst. Newspapers nationwide covered the story, and reformers like Robert Owen cited it when pushing the 1825 Factory Act, which limited child work hours. By 1830, rebuilt workshops incorporated safety features like fire exits and ventilation. The new generation of mills, while still demanding, paid 20% higher wages and employed inspectors. Children attended school part-time, a radical concept decades prior. This village's story mirrored Britain's broader shift toward reform, proving industrialization's benefits needn't come at the cost of humanity's soul.